Hi guys, welcome to SQL Snippets. I'm Stephanie.
I'm Shane from pdq.com.
Today we're going to jump into PDQ Inventory, and instead of going into basic reporting, we're going to dive a little bit into SQL reports.
I think it's something that freaked a lot of people out. You're familiar with basic reports, but that SQL scares you. Well, we're going to demystify that. So let's go ahead and create our very first report.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's dive into the comfort zone, out of the comfort zone a little bit.
I would actually suggest creating a new report folder. Let's just throw our SQL reports there.
Okay.
So go to reports.
Let's go to reports and create a new folder.
Right click. Yep. Just go to the new up at the top.
My bad.
No worries.
And then we're going to create a new report folder here. We'll call it SQL.
You can call it whatever you want, but I say SQL. That's my vote.
All right.
All right. So now we've got SQL. So now we'll go to new report.
We have it highlighted already, so we're going to hit report, new report, and we're going to go down to SQL report.
Correct. All right, so you're going to look, what you're seeing here is just a skeleton. When you create a new SQL report, there's just a skeleton. This will actually work out of the box. It'll just show you two columns.
Yep.
Really quick. SQL queries are always begin with select. So what we're doing is we're saying select. Go ahead.
We're going to select a column from a specific table name, right? So here.
So what's the table name that you could, just by looking at this, what's the table name that we're grabbing from?
So we know we're going to grab from computers table, because you'll see here, we'll see computers dot name, and that would signify table dot column, and then we're calling it from the computers table, and that's how we know that.
You can see on the left hand side you've got your tables. So we're just going to scroll on down to computers. And once you select your table, you'll see the respective columns in that table show up, just so you know. So we're grabbing just two columns. Want to hit?
Yeah, let's run it.
Let's run that. Perfect. Now, the art looks like we don't have the description populated for any of our computers. Honestly, a lot of you probably won't either. So we want to go back to edit. We're going to hit define report. What do you say? Let's go ahead and select that and delete it.
Okay, let's get rid of this.
And then let's select, which one do you want to select?
We're going to select OS, right?
Yeah, let's go to OS name.
Okay, and these are all of the different columns in the computers table. So we will only want specific ones.
So notice how she double-clicked on the OS name, and it automatically populated the table dot column right there.
So are we going to do more than this? Or?
We'll stop here, but it's very important to point out that when you're doing a select statement, you need to have, if you have multiple columns that you're returning, you need to have a comma after each one except
for the last one.
Except the last. So since at this point OS name is our last, there is no comma. We just go straight into the from. So let's go ahead and run that. Now we can see, perfect. That's the OS name for all of these computers.
Right. And we've got 28 computers.
If you want to add a new column, go ahead and hit comma.
Let's hit comma and go down.
So, yep, and then did you want to do IP address?
Yeah, let's do IP address. And then we don't need another comma unless we're going to add another column after that.
Correct. Yep, run, and there you go. Very, very simple.
Yeah.
Now, we also want to call out, this is very important. This is only applicable to PDQ inventory. This is the computer filter function, and this is if you're familiar with basic reports, this is how you honor the selected collection, also known as the collection source.
Right.
So whenever you run a report, you can just say we run a report by default. It usually goes against either the collection you've selected or all computers. You want to change that collection, select collection source, and we'll just go down to reboot required. So there's only 4 computers there. Say OK, and it's only going to pull that from
that collection source.
If you don't have that computer filter in your where clause,
say we delete it,
and then you run it, even though you're selecting that source, it's going to run against all
computers, right?
Precisely. So that where computer filter is very important. And as we talk in subsequent, let's go ahead and type in where computer filter less than.
Here we go.
So as we discuss in later videos about the where clause, you'll literally just add that to usually the end of your where clause.
Right.
So,
and then now that we have that back, we can actually go back again and select a collection source if we want to run a report against not all computers.
Correct. So very important. Wanted to call that out. Our first little dive into SQL. Keep an eye out for other SQL snippets.
Yeah, SQL Snippets
With Stephanie.
with Stephanie and Shane.
How's that sound? All right. Well,
Thanks, guys.
We'll talk to you later.